Okay, we're going to have a bit of a straightforward video today because we're talking about a rather straightforward weapon. This weapon, of course, is something that a lot of people have been looking around for because it is rather new and it does take a bit of time to get all the parts as well as to get the actual thing in order to get those. We're talking, of course, about the Shedu. So the Shedu is effectively the Sentient arm cannon. It is basically a straightforward rifle that is fully automatic and has a recovering battery, so that's pretty good. Essentially, it has infinite ammo, so when you shoot, you run out of ammo, and then you just get your ammo back. So it is a 7 magazine capacity, so, you know, it's kind of like the lens, except, you know, it actually has infinite ammo because it just recovers. Also, you'll notice that little explosion at the end after you finish off that magazine. That is actually an explosion that does some extra damage and potentially has some really good status chance. On top of that, you also get to remove any defenses that a Sentient may have built up, but that really doesn't matter in the long run. So here we are with Ivara Prime, and we're going to now shoot these corrupted heavy gunners with some good old-fashioned headshots. So you can see that this weapon does actually do a lot of crowd control as well, so that's actually somewhat useful. And I am going to be using the power of Empowered Quiver in order to do even more damage. That's really how I'm doing a lot of damage. Also, this weapon is explosive, so you don't necessarily need to have pinpoint accuracy. And just like the lens, you're going to need to use the same logic as that video about how to do even more damage with the lens in order to get headshot damage. So that is actually aiming above the head, potentially a little bit more above the head to the point where it looks like your reticle might miss. That is probably where you're going to be able to do those headshot damages. So this is effectively the build that we are using for the Shedu. It is a 3 Forma build, and the only reason why I'm going for a 3 Forma build is because I want to fit Hush in. Because this is maybe the first weapon that I've ever seen that doesn't actually have a polarity on the Excellence slot, so, you know, that's basically what we have to work with. But otherwise, the main part of the damage comes from Point Strike Vital Sense Hunter Munitions, because we're able to get a lot of slash procs from Hunter Munitions. That is how we're able to kill those corrupted heavy gunners really, really quickly. Without Hunter Munitions, if we were to use something like a heat mod, that would massively reduce the amount of damage and it would drastically increase the time that it would take for us to kill those level 100 corrupted heavy gunners. So finally, just one more thing to demonstrate, and that is the Shedu in the hands of Mirage. Now, the reason why I want to demonstrate this is not necessarily for its power, in which case it actually does have quite a lot of power when you put it in the hands of Mirage, but also because there is a very big epilepsy warning that I have to attach to this, because it can get very flashy very quickly. So here we have Mirage against our level 100 corrupted heavy gunners. We're not even going to aim for the head anymore, we're just going to aim for the ground because this weapon is so explosive, and because it has infinite ammo, we're literally just going to shoot the ground. And as you can see, all the slash procs that are happening on these corrupted heavy gunners means we can actually kill them with relative ease. And I guess because I've actually never done a proper Mirage video before, here is the Mirage Prime build. Just have at it. So that is the power of the Shedu, the Sentient arm cannon. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments below. Honestly, I think maybe it could do with a bit of a buff. It doesn't seem terribly fascinating. It kind of seems by the books. The only thing that's really great about it is the fact that it actually has that battery, so it never runs out of ammo, so that's kind of useful. But otherwise, everything else is pretty much the same. You could really swap this with any other weapon and it'll do just fine. Against Sentients, I guess this weapon might be good, but honestly, I don't see much of a reason to use this as opposed to, say, the 5000 IQ Platinum Arrows Platinum Arrow, the Paris Prime. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more WarFrame content, and until next time, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye!